Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
Good morning. Go ahead and spill that Yee tea, baby.
All right, well, let's get into it. Lamar Odom was in Vegas, and he went to go see Real Doll.
Bought a doll.
Listen, let me tell you something. So he went on a tour of the facility, and there's all these like female sex dolls and also male sex dolls with, huge organs.
Wow, you just had to add that, didn't you?
So he was in the facility, checking everything out. The dolls go for between $8,000 and $20,000, but they gave him a good deal. So you get to custom order what you want, and he wanted a doll that looks like his ex. Here's what he was saying.
Hey, yo, it's crazy because it looks like she got blood running through her veins right here. Am I bugging or am I going crazy? Look.
No,
hyper-realism.
You see it?
Here.
Look,
That's
Gina.
Kay right over there.
Am I bugging though? So you can get it to look like whatever whoever you want it to look like.
Now, Lamar Odom's manager, Gina Rodriguez, told TMZ that he wanted the doll to have voluptuous curves in the face of his ex-wife, Khloe Kardashian, and that he thinks that this Khloe-like sex doll will be perfect because he can do whatever he wants with her sexually. And he's trying to get it before the holidays, so he wants to make sure he has it, before New Year's.
Crazy to me, man.
It does, right?
So you're gonna be in a relationship with the doll?
And yeah, I know Khloe's like, okay.
Is this the doll?
Well, no, that's just him touring the facility, and I guess that's what he wants the doll to look like. The picture I just showed you. Does that look like Khloe Kardashian to you?
He gonna hit the doll like the doll.
All right.
Around,
now, if you're looking to buy a house, Diddy's Beverly Hills mansion is for sale, but it is not attracting any buyers. They're saying only a few potential buyers have even walked through the mansion, and nobody has shown any interest in actually purchasing it. So they said it could be because of, the charges of things that happened there. And also the real estate market slows down around the holidays. So it's not an easy time, but yes, we'll see what happens if somebody decides to do that. They're probably going to end up selling it for way less.
How much you want for it?
I'm not sure what the listing price is, right? Well, $61 million. Yeah, that's what they're asking, but they're not going to get that. And they have the extravagant tax in California and LA right now on properties that are that expensive, a luxury mansion tax. All right, Ernie Hudson is talking about some of these wild Hollywood parties and how he managed to avoid a lot of things. Here's what he had to say.
It was some pretty wild parties, but I would be at a party and I had friends who would come up to me and say, hey, Ernie, you might want to leave now. I would always leave. And then I find out later there was some weird stuff going on and people, whatever. And I'm like, so I always had people who kind of looked out for me.
And that was on the Smitty and D podcast. It's interesting, and that's Ernie from Ghostbusters.
I know who that is. I seen him here before.
Yeah, he was up here before. It's interesting. Somebody was telling me the other day about they would go to parties, some of those parties, and then when it was time to leave, there would be a few people that didn't leave. And they were like, I guess I wasn't invited to like the after thing. I would just be like, okay, isn't it over?
Whose party was this?
Going? Just some of those parties. I'll let them tell their story one day, maybe. All right, well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, we have About Last Night, where we discuss what we did last night. I told you I was at DJ Clark Kent's funeral.
And I wasn't invited.
And then I was also at a pop-up restaurant for Chef JJ. That was pretty amazing. All right, it's Way Up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano is here.
Good morning.
Good morning. What'd you do last night?
I was doing some work, and unfortunately, I didn't know about Clark's funeral, so I didn't make it.
Oh yeah.
And by the time I found out, by the time I would have got out there, it would have been like after 6.
Well, yes, his funeral was yesterday at Christian Cultural Center, Pastor A.R. Bernard's church.
Right, I know that church.
In Brooklyn. Mm. And when I tell you it was amazing, all the people, first of all, I've never heard nobody say anything except positive things about DJ Clark Kent.
Absolutely.
And to see his family there, to see so many people that came out to show love and support, it was amazing. So again, rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent. He's definitely a legend. His documentary is going to be coming out soon, and they definitely were playing pieces of that, during the everything that happened yesterday during the funeral services. And then after that, Chef JJ, who I do the cookout event with, right, at the Wine and Food Festival. I'll be at the Miami Wine and Food Festival with him as well. He had a pop-up restaurant called The Glory here in New York. And so I left from there and went to The Glory. And it was an amazing, it was like, Jordan was there from Lip Service. I didn't even know she was going to be there yet. Jordy Jor. She was there. But it was just, a really dope experience to see. It's inside of a church. So when you go outside and you're walking up, you're like, this is a church. I don't know what this is. It's this place called Inside Park. And so then you go inside. We had our reservation, for 8, me and my friend Ingrid, who owns I Best Wines. And so we went there, ordered a lot of stuff off the menu. It was really good. It's a lot of seafood. So, I don't eat seafood, but she loves seafood. But I also had duck. I don't eat duck often, but they had a jerk duck. I meant to bring it in today because I got some to bring in because I knew Dan would like it because he's a foodie. Yeah, jerk duck, which I've never had. He said that was his favorite dish on the menu. And then we had an amazing dessert, but it was a lot of, great people in the room that we had a chance to see. Our friend Jasmine, who works with Ace of Spades, was there. Shout out to Erin from Unilever. Just a lot of powerful women in that room. And it definitely felt like the energy that I needed right now to go in that room and see like all these amazing people who I've known for a long time in this industry and some new friends that we had a chance to meet. So shout out to everybody who came out, and thank you again to Chef JJ for an amazing experience. The Glory. He owns Field Trip. So if you see those restaurants.
Jerk duck. I don't eat chicken, so I'm thinking, can I eat duck?
Yeah, you can eat whatever you want.
No,
you just stop eating chicken.
No, it's been a year.
You'll be back. But when we come back, all right, tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. Call us up. Any secret that you have, we're here to help you out. Again, that's 800-292-5150. Mano's here, so
there's no judgment.
You gotta catch him when he's here. So
there's no
some
judgment.
of y'all want to be judged.
No, but I wouldn't do that.
You're not gonna judge anyone. You
never.
promise?
I absolutely
no matter
won't.
what somebody says today.
Promise.
You promise?
Promise.
You're gonna be like, thank you for calling.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. 800-292-5150. Let's see if we believe this. It's way up.
This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's here.
New Mano!
Yeah.
And we're getting ready for Tell Us a Secret. And before we get into it, how long can you keep food in the fridge before you eat it? Like 2 days is good? Okay. Just making sure. Because I'm about to do something.
My problem is every time I put food in the fridge, it just stays there.
And mold grows on it.
Yeah.
And then you scrape it off and eat it.
No, I don't.
That's your secret.
Absolutely.
All right. 800-292-5150. Anonymous caller. It's a no judgment zone. Tell us your secret.
All right. For like 2 years, I was sleeping with a young woman, her sister, her cousin who lived next door, and her best friend.
Who did you like the best?
The cousin.
Oh my gosh.
So you was doing all this in the same era though, right?
Oh yeah, I was sometimes I would hit 2-3 of them off at a night.
Now, how do we know this is real?
I promise you on everything I love.
On everything you love.
What do you love?
Did you love any of that?
Listen, I wasn't trying to have a relationship with none of them.
Which one was the worst?
The one that wanted a relationship.
Oh, of course. Okay.
Which one was that?
One sister over the cousin did.
Oh, thank you for calling. The phone said no. We don't believe you. Hey, anonymous caller, what's good?
I'm here. I'm still good. I ain't beat nobody's kid up, but I guess my secret is I wanna fight. Somebody keep on testing my baby, bullying on my baby. Like no.
Who you want to fight?
Yeah, who do you want to fight?
Somebody kid. Somebody.
You want to fight somebody kid, baby slime? Why would you want to do that?
Somebody's grown kid.
A grown kid.
Oh.
Okay, when you said a kid, I was like, hold on, we're not beating up kids.
Nah, I don't do that. I work at a daycare. I drive the bus.
Oh my God.
I make sure. I'm definitely for the kids. But somebody keep on bullying on my baby.
Okay.
I don't even hit my kids.
Right. But you want to hit somebody else's kid though. You're violent.
So what do you do when you're angry to kind of get it out?
She beat people's kids.
No, she wants to, but she's not
I
going
work.
to.
No, don't get me wrong. Don't be trying to send me to no counselor or nothing. I work at a daycare.
Yeah, let's
You
stress
better not be
that.
beating them kids in there. I'm telling you that right now. For real.
She said a grown kid.
Yeah, advocate.
We don't know how.
But
Yeah,
what-
he's grown. He told my kid, don't like you ain't think I here without your big brother. My kids is 12, 14, and 3.
All right. So what do you do when you get mad? Like what? How do you let that out?
No. I just be singing, listen to music.
Well, thank you for calling and sharing.
When you get
with
like that, you
us.
should just have sex.
You know what? I'm practicing abstinence. Like,
Ooh.
I ain't have
My advice to you: don't.
Okay, yeah. It
Have
feels like
sex
you need
when
to
you're
let
angry.
you need to let something out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thank you for calling and good luck. All right. Well, that was Tell Us a Secret, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yee Tea. And let's talk about DDG. He is taken up for his child's mother, Halle Bailey. She, as you know, had some things to say about him going on live stream. Then she took it back. So now he's explaining that he don't want y'all coming at his baby mama. Okay? It's way up.
Yo, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano is here.
I'm here, baby.
Yes, let's get into this Yee Tea. And in New Orleans today at 5 p.m., BG is going to be on with my guy Wild Wayne. Here is what that sounds like with the promo.
What's yeah, man? It's BG, aka B Chisel, your number one original hot boy, man. And I need y'all to tune in for the big interview with me and my dog, Wild Weezy, baby.
All right, so get ready for
my
that.
guy.
That's actually going to be today.
You know that's my guy.
I know. You've been
Big
saying that.
Jizzle, you
So
know.
I'm excited to hear what he's going to have to say after the whole Hot Boys reunion and everything that's been going down. So shout out to my guy Wild Wayne, too. All right, now let's get into DDG. We've been talking a lot about Halle Bailey, her reaction to her son with DDG appearing on Kai Cenat's stream. Halo is the name of, is their son's name, and initially she did not like that. But then
didn't
I
like
guess
the name.
no, she didn't like that DDG bought their son Halo on the stream. She didn't know about it. She was out of town. She found out with everybody else. But then she said she did overreact maybe, and she shouldn't have brought it here. She said, I know that Halo is always safe with his dad. I just don't like finding out with the rest of the world what my baby is doing. Thank you, Kai, for the gifts for Halo. Because Kai Cenat did give them some gifts. And I think she rethought it. And listen, she also explained that she's having severe postpartum.
Right.
And so DDG did defend her and did defend her reaction. Here's what he said.
I don't like when people hate on Halle. I don't care if people think she wrong or not, or if I think she wrong or right. She could be going through something mentally after having a kid that I can't understand as a man. So when situations like this happen, I try to handle it with as much grace as possible because Halo needs her. I need her. We need each other to create a childhood that's safe and fun and memorable for him.
All right. So
I respect that.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
that
I
was-
love that.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
All right. Now, another thing that happened on this Kai Cenat stream, he's been doing a lot. All right, with this whole streamathon. But anyway, people think that Quavo and DDG have beef because of Quavo getting a little spicy with him. They were playing, what's the game? Mafia. And here's what happened.
Ain't nobody beside you on the other side.
No, like if you move, you'll be able to feel it.
See, yeah, guys,
Motion is everything. Because
Like, if you mafia and you move around and choosing,
you be like, oh nah, he's mafia, so you'll be able to know instantly. So like, it's always good to be like spaced out.
bro, go ahead and stand over there.
Why would I stand over there?
Cause you're too close.
Why would I stand over there though?
You guys got it?
What game is Mafia? What game is that?
I don't know. I don't play
game?
it.
Hey.
Should we learn to play Mafia? There's this whole
What game is
Mafia-thon.
that, though? What
It's
is
like
that?
it's a game where you play with like a group of friends where
Right.
basically everyone's like assigned a role, but the whole group doesn't know what each person's role is, and the whole concept is kind of like try and figure out who's what. So like there's a person that's like a hitman, and the hitman's job is to like kill everyone, but the whole group needs to decide who's the hitman, and the person who's the hitman is going to try and manipulate the group to make you think someone else is the hit. It's like
Mano thinks this is triggering.
it's honestly a lot of fun. It is a lot.
You
of fun.
played Mafia before?
Yeah, I have.
Clearly, he knows.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Right. You ever play Mafia Navy?
It feels like Kai Cenat's getting a lot of money to do this Mafia-thon stream too.
Absolutely.
Like,
We need to play it then.
It's a lot of fun with some drinks too.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
All right. Well, there you have it. And another thing that happened during this stream is that Quavo was definitely getting very emotional. They played his tribute to Takeoff, and you know this tribute. Listen.
Don't tell how many times I cried. Days ain't the same without you.
Oh, and he was like definitely singing along and just looking emotional. So what a time they're having, though. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. Okay. And because it's Friday, let's play some Neo. Sexy Love. It's way up.
In the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee. Of course, my guy Mano is here. Man, I dropped these papers on the floor. Can you pick it up for me? It's right by your foot.
You threw these at me.
I didn't throw it. I dropped these papers for Under the Radar. All right.
Got it.
Thank you. All right. The FBI is investigating these racist texts that have been sent across the United States after the elections. A lot of people got this message telling people you have been selected to pick cotton.
Oh, Fab got one of those.
He did?
Absolutely.
At the nearest plantation.
Oh, wow. I seen that yesterday.
Right. So they are supposedly going to investigate, but these were sent to black people, including women and children, like in Alabama, Cali, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, and Tennessee, Maryland, New Jersey, South Carolina. So they're looking into it.
Wow. I thought it. Oh, wow. This is crazy.
Yeah. You thought it what?
I thought he was joking, right? Because he sent it in a group chat. I'm thinking like he was joking.
Right.
But I didn't realize that people actually been getting these.
Yeah.
Yeah, this the same. This the same text.
All right. Now let's move on to this. Now that Donald Trump has won this election, people are talking about what some of these repercussions could be. In particular, there are a lot of people that are on his list of, I guess you would say, enemies, just because they may have done things that, call for accountability from him. And one of these people that is on the list of people who Donald Trump is surely going to target is Letitia James, Tish James. And, she is the person who, she's the Attorney General here in New York and has made Donald Trump has to pay $454 million in restitution for trumping up what his value is and getting loans with these trumped up numbers, right? Not to use the word Trump too many times. But anyway, here's what she had to say once Donald Trump won.
We will not compromise our values or our integrity or our principles. We did not expect this result, but we are prepared to respond to this result. And my office has been preparing for several months, and we are prepared to fight back once again.
She's talking like she's in a mafia.
I mean,
that was like mobbish.
Because she already knows what this is about to be.
Okay.
Now, he had to pay a $454 million bond payment as part of this civil fraud case. And she's doing her job, right, as far as making sure he's accountable. Well, an attorney who's on the short list of people who could potentially be Donald Trump's attorney general in his administration had this to say.
I dare you to try to continue your lawfare against President Trump in his second term, because listen here, sweetheart, we're not messing around this time. And we will put your fat ass in prison for conspiracy against rights. And I promise you that.
Yeah, so that's Mike Davis. So yeah, definitely sounds like somebody he would appoint into that position of Attorney General. So we'll see what's going to happen. But that whole thing sounded so awful, so condescending, so degrading, so retaliatory, awful. So and this hasn't even started yet. So just think of it like that. So we have to be very vigilant. That's probably why Tish James had to talk the way that she did, knowing things like this are what's going to happen. Retaliation for enforcing the law. All right. Well, that is your Under the Radar. We have the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. And we have somebody who is amazing. I was going to say delightful, but I don't know if I've ever used that word. Nneka Onuorah is going to be joining us. She is the executive producer and director of Meg Thee Stallion's In Her Words documentary that you can see on Prime. It's Way Up.
They say it's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea. Talk to him.
It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. And of course, my guy, Mano, is here.
I am.
On a Friday. All right. And Rihanna
Spill that tea.
has been trending because she was at an event for Fenty Beauty's launch in Barbados last night, and she got on the mic and said this.
Music was the thing that got the attention, but God had other plans for me, and I was able to create in ways that was very sincere and genuine or organic and authentic to the things that I love. So it doesn't even feel like a job.
People are speculating that this means that she is no longer going to do music. She didn't
she's not
say
saying that.
She just said music was the thing that got the attention, but God had other plans for me.
Right.
That don't mean, I guess.
She's not going to do music.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Because this is a whole big thing now. People are like, well, that's it. Rihanna's officially retired. I don't feel that that's what it is. Because we also keep hearing about her being in the studio, about her making music.
I believe she is.
Yeah, I agree. And speaking of music, the 2025 Grammy nominations are in. They have been announced this morning. So this is kind of breaking news. Oh, no? Okay. All right. Well, Beyonce leads all of the nominations with 11, thanks to her Cowboy Carter album.
First ever.
May have been snubbed at the Country Music Awards, but at the Grammys, we're all in. She's the most decorated artist in Grammy history with 32 wins, and now she's also the most nominated with 99. She was previously tied with Jay-Z for the most nominations, and now she has surpassed that. Kendrick Lamar has 5 nominations, including Song of the Year and Record of the Year categories. And so let's get into some of these. Best Rap Album, J. Cole, Might Delete Later. Common and Pete Rock, The Auditorium Volume 1. Doechii, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Eminem, The Death of Slim Shady. And Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You.
Okay.
What you got?
What?
You don't have no
I think I would go with Future and Metro Boomin.
We Don't Trust You?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Doechii's album.
I didn't listen to that.
Yeah. And I like the fact that she had these nominations. She's up for Best Rap Album and Best New Artist.
Mm-hmm.
Best Rap Song, Rhapsody featuring Hit Boy with Asteroids, Kanye, Ty Dolla $ign, Rich the Kid and Playboy Cardi, Carnival, Future, Metro Boomin and Kendrick, Like That, Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, and Glorilla. Yeah, Glow. It's going to be hard to beat Not Like Us, I think, for anybody.
Yeah,
as much as I may love Yeah, Glow, I don't know if...
That's going to sweep.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Album of the Year. Of course, that's a huge category. Andre 3000.
For the flute?
Yeah.
For the flute.
Album of the Year.
They playing in our face now.
Beyonce, Cowboy Carter, Sabrina Carpenter, Short and Sweet. Who else do we know here? Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift. I mean, that's always a very competitive category. So, yeah, just getting you guys ready for
who listened to that and
Grammys.
was like, "Oh, this is it. This is the he need to be the Grammy
Andre
nominated."
3000?
Like, who sat back on that?
I was definitely surprised about that
and was
one.
like, "This is it."
But I'm not gonna lie, I listened to the album a little bit once, so
I listened to it a little bit too.
I can't really judge
But it was
what
okay,
that's like. But I was surprised.
It was just like music playing. It was a flute playing.
All right, now
That's
Best
it.
R&B Album, Chris Brown, 1111 Deluxe, Layla Hathaway, Vanessa Black, Money Long, Revenge, Lucky Day, Algorithm, and Usher, Coming Home. I feel like you'll go with Chris Brown.
I will. Usher.
Oh yeah, Usher, Coming Home.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I did like Money Long's album. I like Money Long. All right. Well, anyway, those are just some of the things for you guys to get ready for the Grammys. We're excited to see. And as much as people may act like it's not a big deal, it is for these artists. And so congratulations to everybody who was nominated. Now, one more story here in this Yee team. Diddy, according to an ex-associate of Diddy's, said he's filing a lawsuit against his mom. All right. Not Diddy, but this ex-associate of Diddy's is filing a lawsuit against Diddy's mom. And according to D1 Best, he was on Daily Mail's podcast, The Trial of Diddy. He says that Diddy used his mother Janice's name to hide artist publishing rights, including deals that he said he brokered in the late 90s. And he says his company, Finish Line Entertainment, signed artists to Diddy who worked on various albums for Bad Boy, including Biggie's Born Again, which reached platinum status and sold over 1 million copies. But the way that he says that Diddy allegedly organized his business deals took publishing rights from him and the artists who worked on the songs and took them and got all of their future earnings, and he said all of his publishing rights went to Janice Combs.
That's just the name of his company. Nobody's just taking your publishing without you signing him. You did the deal, bruh.
Right. So, we're going to see. I don't know how this is going to play out, but he said he's planning to sue Janice Combs and her company because the deals were signed to her name. All right. Well, that is your YT. When we come back, it's a Friday, so it's a New Music Friday. We got to tell you what's out today. One person in particular is trending today. We'll tell you about that. It's Way Up.
Hey, everybody, whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano is here. It is time for Ask Yee. 800-292-5150. Any question? I'm here with the award-winning advice giving Mano. All right. And we have LJ on the line. What's up, LJ?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I actually have a question. I just really want to know. When did it become normal for females to not properly wash themselves?
Ooh.
I drive for Uber and Lyft. And, oh my God, smells, they're horrible.
What it smell like?
You hadn't washed your body.
It might be some people doing a walk of shame after a night out and not showering. And
The fact that your mind went there is crazy.
It's worse than that.
It's worse than that.
Man, who are you picking up?
What type of car is it? Because is it like cloth seats so that the smell is seeping into the seat?
It's not. It's an Armada.
How is it when somebody get out the car and then someone else got to get in? Because then they think it's you.
I let the windows down, like all the way down. All of them. I don't care what the temperature is.
Do you give them a bad rating? Because the drivers get to rate the passengers.
Really?
Yeah.
I surely do.
Oh my gosh.
Would you drive this? Would you take this rider again? The answer is absolutely no.
But what do you say to them? Do you let them know? Because maybe they need a little motherly direction.
Those who seem like they're open to taking advice, then yes, I'll say something. But it's a few of them, you can't say anything to them because their feelings get hurt.
You should buy you like some Febreze or something and just spin around and just spray them up.
Like roach spray.
Yeah, just spray them up.
I have instant sprays. You can just hit the button and it sprays automatically. No, I have that too.
Yeah, and then when they be like, "Oh, what are you doing? Why you spraying?" They be like, "Yo, you stink." Just tell them.
Maybe you should get the glass that goes up in so you don't smell it in the front. Yeah, like a partition.
My nose seriously.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. First of all, as somebody, if you don't really know these people, it's hard to tell someone because you also want to get good ratings. And I can imagine if you tell somebody they stink, they'll give you a 1 star.
You try to tell them politely, "Oh, have you tried so-and-so?"
Yeah.
You just mention certain things that might help you smell better.
You're like, what type of soap do you use or not use?
Just hand them some soap and some wipes. Some deodorant.
Out of my pocket, you sending something.
I'm just saying.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that for you. It just makes the job tough. Just look at yourself as maybe like a sanitation worker.
Yo, you gotta stop for real. This is crazy.
They gotta deal with all kind of smells.
Yeah, is it that bad?
Like a dump truck. Have you ever dealt with that, Mano?
Never. Oh.
All right. Well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number. That was Ask Yee. And when we come back, Nneka Onuorah is going to be joining us, and you're going to love her story from an intern at BET to the director and executive producer of Megan Thee Stallion's #1 documentary on Prime Video. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion, in her words, she's going to be joining us. It's Way Up.
Everybody listen. Yeah.
It's what you all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee, and this is exciting for me today to have the Emmy Award-winning Nneka Onuorah here with me this morning.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm so proud of you, by the way, for your show in general.
Thank you. I'm proud of you. I mean, listen, honestly, and for people who don't know, you directed and executive produced Megan Thee Stallion, in her words, where she got to speak in her own words about everything that kind of happened. The focus was really the Tory Lanez situation and trial, but we got some backstory before that as well. And I remember when you were working on this.
Yep.
How long did you film for?
It's been 3 years of filming this movie. So it's been a long time coming. I was there with her a lot of the time during 2022, which was a very tumultuous time. So when I met Megan, the first time we were supposed to meet for an hour, it turned into a 3-hour meeting, crying session, and really me getting to know her. And so when I saw her and I heard her story, I was like, I have to tell this girl's story just because she was experiencing a lot of pain. And I always like to give a safe space to women, so I had to like reassure her that I'm a safe space for you to be able to tell your story, and I'm just a conduit and a vessel to be able to share women's empowerment. So
I first met her before she even signed her deal, right? When she came to New York, we had her on lip service, and she was with her mom.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It was early for her to have certain conversations, but her mom was just piping up, weighing in on the conversation. And she was like, Ma, like, and it was so cute to see their dynamic. So it was shocking when her mother actually passed away. And she addresses that also in this documentary. And I know that's a hard topic for her to even talk about, because after that, she would do interviews and they would ask us specifically, please don't bring up her mother. And so for you to be able to have her just openly talk about everything, that was my first time really hearing all of that.
And you know what, I really wanted to focus on the connection that you have with mother and daughter. You have a strong, powerful black woman teaching her daughter the ropes. Miss Holly was a rapper first, so I really wanted to highlight the fact that she was really like teaching her and showing her the ropes, because she was already a Houston rapper. And so I wanted to show just her helping build Megan as an artist, because she really got it from the mud. And I think a lot of people see Megan Thee Stallion now, but I really, really wanted to show how she came up. She was performing in front of 10 people, 20 people.
That.
You seen that?
That footage, yeah. Right now I'm talking to Nneka Onuorah. She is the executive producer and director of Megan Thee Stallion's In Her Words documentary on Prime Video. Well, let's talk about your background a little bit, because when I first met you, you were a young intern at BET, right?
Yeah, I was, for Stephen
BET.
Hill, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so at that time, you knew this was your path.
100%. I started off as an intern, worked my way up in television, like in the BET era, when everybody's watching MTV, VH1 music video era, doing small documentaries there. Did my own documentary, The Same Difference, which blew up. I got to do it in AMC theaters everywhere and became an entrepreneur for myself. And then, led all that into winning an Emmy. But through and through, I wanted to be able to give people a voice that didn't have it and be able to like do films on my own terms. And I'm not stopping. I'm about to go into scripted. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
And there is something special about you, though, because it ain't like we remember every person that we come across, but I remember you from when you were first getting started. There's something about you that is like, you can see this young woman is like motivated and she stands out for some reason. And I'm sure that's why people feel compelled to even like have these conversations with you.
Thank you. I'm passionate.
Nneka Onuorah is here with us today. She's a storyteller. She's a director. She's a producer. She's got the #1 movie on Prime with Megan Thee Stallion's In Her Words. She also directed Lizzo's Watch Out for the Big Girls, and you'll hear a lot more from her. But in the meantime, stay tuned to hear more from Nneka on Way Up with Angela Yee.
And I'm back.
We're about to do this. One of the most famous women in radio. We're talking about Angela Yee.
You're Way Up with Angela Yee.
Please believe that.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here and my girl Nneka Onuorah is in the building. You know her as the executive producer and director of Megan Thee Stallion's In Her Words on Prime Video. Now, one thing that went viral the day that this came out was Gayle King. She wasn't honest. She did lie to Gayle King and she said it on there, which I thought was amazing. But her rationale for that was, to me, just very honest and human. Look, she wasn't expecting that question. What does that have to do with anything else? But she's like, yeah, I lied. Like,
my body, my choice is all I gotta say. And I don't think anybody has to answer any questions about their body and what they do with their body in private. And I don't know why she was asked that, but she was. And I love that in the documentary. She's so candid. Me and Meg, like, we built this intimacy where we could just be real, with each other. And she shared that. And I respect her for that. And I think a lot of people online are relating to that experience.
Right now, I'm talking to Nneka Onuorah. She is the executive producer and director of Megan Thee Stallion's In Her Words documentary on Prime Video. There's some moments that may feel like a small moment, but it's very indicative, like the jalapeno chips. There's this scene where she's
one of my
like,
favorites.
she just wants some jalapeno chips.
Yes.
And it's something like that. Like,
women could relate to that. Like, have you ever
push you over the edge? Like,
you just wanted one thing and then it just turned, it turned sideways. That was the moment that me and Meg became really close. Because you'll hear my voice in that scene. Like, I'm like, why you don't want to eat? What's going on? Like, and then she just told me, because a lot of the times I didn't hear anybody asking Meg how was she doing? Are you okay? How'd you sleep? So I always was that person for her. Like, I was like, how'd you sleep? Did you eat something? I'll ask her the questions, whether she want me to or not. I just wanted to check in with her. And so in that moment, she finally opened up to me. So that was actually the first moment
It
that
felt like a break.
Yeah, we broke. We that's why you hear us laughing, and we just finally. And that moment was so cathartic because after she laughed, she got back up. She went to the Billboard Awards, won her Billboard Award, performed Plan B, and it was up. To see so many lows, that was such a beautiful high that she re-empowered herself. We talked about it. She went to the bathroom, came back. Let's get it. Like, you know, and sometimes you just need to let it out, and that's the space I wanted to provide. Is like, just let out how you feel, and you know, we'll get through this. We're gonna get through this.
That moment in particular just really stood out to me for some reason, because it shows her just like breaking, but then being silly. But then it's sometimes those small things that could just make you be like, oh my God, everything's going wrong.
Well, I think those
chips.
I think the smallest things are so universal. And I made a choice as a director not to cut the camera at all in those moments. Every time something was uncomfortable, I sat still.
Well, congratulations to our Emmy Award winning friend.
Thank you.
And I know that's a big deal. Some people act like awards don't matter, but it's nice to be able to say Emmy Award winning Nneka Onuorah is here with us today. So congratulations. It's well deserved. I could feel like the heart in this that you put into it and the trust that you were able to develop with her. So hopefully when people watch this, they get a better view on who Megan Thee Stallion is. So.
Thank you. Watch it on Prime Video right now. Megan Thee Stallion in her words.
That was Nneka Onuorah joining us, and you can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And when we come back, of course, you guys have the last word.
Pick up the phone. Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard. What the word is. Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee.
Way up.
Yes, indeed. Today is Friday, November 8th.
Yeah.
You know, we just want to tell you guys have a safe weekend.
Safe weekend, great weekend, have fun.
If you haven't paid your rent, it's late now at this point. But no, honestly, thank you guys for joining us today. It's been a tough week, I'm not going to lie. But anyway, I want to thank Nneka Onuorah for joining us today. Make sure if you haven't watched Megan Thee Stallion in her words.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I definitely watched the whole thing. You know, the most interesting part of that documentary about Megan Thee Stallion was seeing all the hate that she was getting, from people with platforms. So shout out to Nneka for really gaining the trust of Megan Thee Stallion. You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up With Yee. And of course, this is your show. So you have
the last word. Let's get it.
My secret is that I am currently sleeping with my roommate, but we do have 2 other roommates who are not aware. So it's just our little secret and has been for the last 7 months.
Hey, Yee, this is Toy from Milwaukee. I want to shine a light on my 3 kids. The oldest, Marquise, the middle, Lawrence, and the baby, Kumasi. These last few years have been hard on my daughter, but she has managed to pull through, and she's shining in her life. My son, I'm very proud of the man he has become and the father that he has always been to his babies. Happy birthday, Stallion. Happy first birthday. And my youngest son, Kumasi, my problem child. I'm just happy that he's home after 7 years and prospering in the things that he is doing today. I love y'all. Mama will always have your back.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.